Let me ask you something. How many times have you said yes when your heart was screaming no? How many times have you stayed silent just because you were afraid of what people might think? How many times have you sacrificed your peace, your time, your energy just to avoid making someone uncomfortable? And later, when you were alone, you felt that heavy regret inside, that silent pain that whispers, "Why did I betray myself again?" This is how people slowly lose themselves. Not in one big dramatic moment, but in small moments, moments where they stay quiet when they should speak, moments where they say yes when they should refuse, moments where they choose fear over truth, and little by little they become prisoners of other people's expectations. Listen carefully. The world is divided into two kinds of people. The first are those who know their worth. They know when to say yes. They know when to say no. They are kind, but they are not weak. They are respectful, but they do not allow themselves to be used. And then there are those who are trapped by shame. They hesitate, they overthink, they fear judgment. And because of that fear, people begin to notice something. They notice that this person can be manipulated, that this person will stay quiet, that this person can be pushed. And once people discover your weakness, many of them will use it. That is why today I want to show you 5 things where you must become shameless, not rude, not arrogant, not heartless, but fearless. Because if you become shameless in these 5 areas, people will stop using you. Your confidence will rise, your self-respect will return, and your life will begin to transform. So listen deeply. Because this is not just advice. This is freedom. The first thing you must become shameless about is saying no. For many people, no is one of the hardest words to say. Why? Because most of us were raised to believe that saying no is selfish. We were taught, be nice, help everyone, don't disappoint people. And while kindness is beautiful, when kindness becomes self-betrayal, it becomes destruction. There are people who will come into your life and place their burdens on your shoulders, not because they need help, but because they know you are too uncomfortable to refuse. They know your guilt will force you to say yes, and every time you say yes to something that violates your peace, you say no to yourself. Read that again. Every forced yes is a betrayal of your own truth. Saying no does not make you cruel. It makes you clear. It shows that you value your time. It shows that your boundaries are real. If someone asks you to do something you do not want to do, say, "No, I can't." You do not need a long explanation. You do not need to defend your decision. You do not need to feel guilty. At first it will feel uncomfortable. People may look surprised. Some may even become upset. But that discomfort is temporary. And the respect that follows is permanent. Because once people realize that your no means no, they stop seeing you as someone to use. Remember this. People who only like you when you always say yes do not truly respect you. They only respect your obedience. And obedience is not love, it is fear. Become shameless in saying no. That one word can save your life. So many people die with their truth still trapped inside them. They had ideas, they had wisdom, they had something meaningful to say. But fear kept them silent. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of sounding foolish. So they stayed quiet. And their silence slowly became their prison. Listen carefully. The world does not reward silence. If you never speak, people assume you have nothing worth hearing. Your voice matters. Your thoughts matter. Your perspective matters. If something feels wrong, speak. If you have an idea, share it. If something hurts you, express it. Silence may feel safe in the moment, but over time it destroys your spirit. Because every truth you suppress becomes emotional weight you carry. And eventually that weight breaks you. Do not wait until resentment fills your heart. Do not wait until frustration poisons your peace. Speak. Even if your voice shakes, even if your words are imperfect, Even if some people disagree, it is far better to speak imperfect truth than to live a perfect lie. Confidence is not speaking without fear. Confidence is speaking despite fear. Become shameless about expressing yourself. The world needs people who are real, not people who hide behind silence. This is where many people lose their power. They work hard but stay silent about their value. They lend money but feel ashamed asking for it back. They give their energy but feel guilty asking for respect. Why? Because deep down, they fear being seen as demanding. But listen carefully. There is nothing shameful about asking for what is rightfully yours. If you worked for something, you have the right to claim it. If someone owes you, you have the right to ask. If someone disrespects you, you have the right to address it. The world often gives people exactly what they tolerate. If you tolerate disrespect, you will receive more disrespect. If you tolerate being overlooked, you will continue being overlooked. If you tolerate being used, you will continue being used. This is why self-respect must be visible, not hidden, not whispered, visible. When you ask for what you deserve, you teach others how to treat you. And if someone becomes uncomfortable because you stood up for yourself, that discomfort belongs to them, not to you. Stop shrinking, stop apologizing for existing, stop acting as though your needs are a burden. You are not asking for too much, you are simply refusing to accept too little. Become shameless about claiming your worth. Many people spend their entire lives serving everyone except themselves. They give, they sacrifice. They prioritize everyone else, and they call this love, but often it is fear, fear of disappointing others, fear of being called selfish, fear of being judged, so they abandon themselves.